the guy doing that on American Bandstand. He made the faces and everything. It was
Mhm.
creepy looking, but
That and Rockwell, who's watching me.
yeah,
Yeah, he had the best all-time backup singer in that song,
Hmm.
yeah.
Mr. Jack.
There's somebody else on that too. I think.
Really?
I think there's another singer on that.
Well, Rockwell's the son of Barry Gordy, the
Yeah. Oh, I
singer.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so his dad, Barry, he probably produced. I think he produced it.
Oh yeah.
But Michael Jackson was one of I think two other people. I think, and maybe getting the different songs or getting the songs mixed up. But,
As far as I know, he was the only background singer, for that.
okay,
For
I could be
years,
wrong.
nobody knew that. For years, nobody knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I've not. Well, it sounded like Michael Jackson to me. I always thought it was.
I didn't even know that growing up.
Yeah.
Now, the reason they might have thought Boris Karloff was in the Monster Mash is because the singer was Bobby Boris Pickett. Maybe that was the reason.
Okay. Well, he showed up on American Bandstand singing that song. He had made this creepiest face. There's video of it on YouTube,
Okay.
and he made the face while he was talking, but it sounds just like Boris Karloff.
It does.
They call me Bora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Monster Mash.
Do you guys remember the Kiss special? Oh my gosh. Paul
With
Lynde
the
was
roller
on it?
coaster, with the roller coaster.
They were at the amusement park.
Phantom
Theme
of
park.
Phantom of the Amusement Park or something like that.
Mhm.
And Paul
Something like that,
Lynde
yeah.
was on there. He was a
Yep.
hilarious comedian. He was on there, and there were some other people. It's like,
Yeah.
Got my snacks. I'm
you're all
good.
set, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I just wish these were the better snacks, Andy. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Both of you organized tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Gianni's already commenting. I just want to say.
Stop. Don't.
Oh, I got my Halloween hat on.
Are his comments a little bit off topic tonight?
I don't know. Kayfabe that.
Off tap it, brother. Keep it kayfabe.
Yeah, keep
Yeah.
kayfabe.
Hey, fave that, brother. Okay.
Aha.
These things are addicted.
They are. They're good. Those
What?
are good.
Okay.
Yep.
They are addicting.
Yep. Walmart sells big bags of those. Load up on that
So-
candy.
Don't ask me how, but somebody said I lost more weight.
I weighed 207 this morning. Yesterday I weighed 204. And Christy made chicken dumplings last night, and she thinks that the salt I added might have done something. Might have added the weight. So
Chicken and
I gotta lose some
dumplings
weight,
are
guys.
always good. I love chicken and dumplings.
they are.
Oh,
They are.
Love it. That's a
Did
comfort.
she make them in the crock pot?
No, she made. Well, she bought the store bought
Oh,
dumplings.
okay.
She didn't make them herself because she was kind of crunched on time.
Yeah.
But they were good.
I love
But
them in the crock pot.
I didn't realize salt would add so much weight so quickly. I almost wore the jacket tonight. I might wear it next week. I might get the jacket next week.
You gotta wait till officially the cool weather has arrived. Like right now,
Well,
we're in the 70s until Monday here.
Yeah, we're supposed to get
I
cold
wish
next
it was
week.
cool here.
I got to winterize my boat
We had
this weekend sometime.
we had a cooler front.
Mm-hmm.
I want a cold front. I don't want a cooler front.
I'm not looking forward to winter, but I'm looking forward to cooler weather. It's been an extremely hot summer here this year.
Yeah, it's been terrible
here.
here.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Ricky?
Yeah, it should be an interesting show tonight. We're gonna do a
think
monster
so.
mashup. Monster mashup. I don't
used
have
to
a
look-
costume. I don't have a costume to wear.
No costume?
I have
No
a pumpkin
costume.
shirt.
I keep thinking I'm
was
gonna try to come up with a Ric Flair robe, but I just don't have the time.
Just come out, look like the guy from the Addams Family with the cigarette.
Rang.
Hooray.
Are you talking about Gomez Adams?
Gomez, yeah, Gomez.
Gomez.
Lots of WWE news, yes. Yes.
Yeah, you guys skipped the production meeting, so we don't have any material. So let's see what we got going on.
Hello, I'm the Barbarian, and I'm watching the Spanning the Globe.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Spanning the Globe. This is our Halloween episode, even though we're not dressed up. I'm Mark Maggard, your host, and joining me tonight is Mr. Richard Ward. On my left, your right. Hopefully, that's what
Hey,
shows up
everybody.
on your screen. And below both of us here is Mr. Andy B.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome, guys. Happy early Halloween.
Early Halloween, yes.
Off topic. Happy Halloween, guys.
Off
Hey,
topic.
that.
Hey, Fave it. Yes.
Hello, Mr. Kirk Hall. He's always
What's
our
up,
early
Kirk?
bird commenter. Mr. Gianni Martello,
What's up, GM?
Mr. Off Topic.
Don't be off
What's
topic.
up, Jim Rogers in the house?
Don't know, Gianni.
It's Velvet.
Hello, Ricky. We're doing great. Thank you very much.
Hey, Ricky.
Yeah, we'll talk about some things tonight, but we're going to mix it
Yep.
up tonight. We're mix some Halloween stuff in with wrestling and belts.
It's
So,
gonna be a
Mr.
potpourri of entertainment tonight.
Potpourri. That's a good way to put it.
It's just not going to smell like it.
It's going to be like the candy bucket when you go up to trick or treat at somebody's house. They got all sorts of assorted candies in there. Jim Rogers, welcome. Thank you for watching tonight. Hello, Scott.
Hey, Scott. What's up,
What's up, Scott?
Mr. Christopher Rains. Hello. Good evening.
Hey, Christopher. How you doing?
And it would not be a show without Platinum's comments. Thank you very much for joining us. again.
What's up, Platinum?
Hey, Platinum. What's up?
He's a lightweight. He cuts out early usually. Hello, Facebook user. By the way, if you're watching this on Facebook, there's a link on there on the post that shows the show on there, and click on that link that says StreamYard, and there's some of the button that you can click on to allow your name to pop up on the screen. I'm just all over the place with this explanation. If you click on that link, it will allow your name to pop up on the screen, so we don't have a bunch of Facebook users watching tonight. If you don't want to do that, you can also go to YouTube and look up the Spanning the Globe podcast, or I'm sorry, the Wide World of Belts channel, and then the current streaming version of Spanning the Globe will be on there. You can comment on that to your heart's desire. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. We would love to get more viewers. And that portion of the show is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast out of Oklahoma City. Jake and Landon do a great job. They love to talk about wrestling, ECW and WWE in particular.
Thank you, Jake and Landon.
Yeah, thanks,
And-
guys.
And as always, this show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Leathering and by Unique Championship Belts. I want to thank them for their sponsorship. Let's get back to comments for a second, then we'll go on to the Belt of the Week.
All right.
Is that can or can't? Sorry, CJ. Keep trying or go to YouTube, whatever you want to do. Or put your name at the end of each comment. I know it's a pain in the rear end, but
No worries, CJ.
Boy, he's on top tonight. I'll tell you what.
yeah, he is. Yeah, he's in rare form.
He's on the roll.
Don't you- Aren't you supposed to be at one of your 25 jobs tonight?
Gianni's Jamaican. Just he likes to have 10 jobs.
Okay. Ben's backstage.
Uh-oh. What's he doing?
He got the memo. He's in the spirit of Halloween. Mr. Ben Walker. Oh, I'm sorry. The Miller Machine.
Yes, the Miller Machine.
The Miller Machine. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
Hello, AD Terry. Thank you for watching tonight.
AD.
What's up, AD?
Ichiban.
Ichiban.
Super
Ichiban.
machine.
Number 1.
Happy Halloween.
Kebby just blew tonight. His arms are tired. We were doing earlier. We were talking about winging it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
There you go, Christopher. Yeah.
Press like and subscribe and share the link with people you know who like wrestling and like belts. And there he is.
Nor.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Not worthy. We missed you last week. We didn't have him on last
Yeah.
week. You're actually off for a change. When are you not
No.
off?
No, you're really weird, Johnny.
Ethan Thompson. He's joining us early tonight.
Hey, Ethan.
Thanks for watching. And thanks for the kind words, by the way. I saw you on the other podcast. I appreciate the kind words.
Thank you, Ethan.
He was
Thank
on
you.
Tim Rogers' podcast a couple weeks ago. So,
Yep.
Konnichiwa from
Konnichiwa.
Malaysia.
Konnichiwa.
Miller Machine. That's
I
right.
might have to break somebody out tonight.
Platinum's in the spirit of Japanese.
Translate that for us, Mr. Miller.
And by the way, Ethan, your commentary was on point.
Mhm.
It was on point. You
Yep.
hit the nail
Yes.
right on the head.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we need to hear when somebody's being sincere and legit in what
Yeah.
they're saying. Thank you for that, Ethan.
Yes.
Mhm.
And not just thank you for what you said to us, but what you said about the whole collection, the whole community as a whole. That
Absolutely.
was real.
And
Those
I
are real
commented on that
words.
podcast. I made a few comments to confirm some of the things it said, and it earned me this. So, I thought Ethan would get a kick out of that. So anyway,
Aha!
let me get this up and running real quick. Let's see. All right. I'm going to try a couple of different things tonight with this Belt of the Week, Belt Cam. Where am I at? Okay. I want to cue up some music. I'm going to have some background music for a change, so I remember which one it was to play. Okay, let me pull up the Belt Cam and go full screen. Nice shag carpet there. There we go. Okay, this is the World Class Heavyweight Championship. Let me turn the music down just a little bit. Background. There we go. Sounds like porn music, I know, but it's free. Sorry, Platinum. This is the World Class Heavyweight Championship belt that they used in World Class before they came up with the newer belts they had. Fritz von Erich supposedly, according to the story, had 2 of these belts. And these belts served the purpose of like 4 or 5 different titles. They were the American Heavyweight Championship, the Texas Heavyweight Championship, the American Tag Team Championships, and when they had the Fort Worth show on Monday nights, they played on Saturday Night Wrestling. This was their television champion. The television champion defended every week. And so let's get a little closer look at these plates. Now the borders are not gold. It is dual plated, but those are silver edges. The parts in the paint there are gold, but it makes the outer edge look gold, which is kind of cool. Of course, it's got that flower tooling. Some people call it flower tooling all the way around. I did not relate to this. This came as is. And I believe this belt was made by Dream Championship Belts. I get this belt from Ken Harper. Flower tooling all the way around. I think that might be painted right there. I don't think that strap was dyed. I think it was painted because I don't think you can dye red and make it look that good.
Yeah, that's got to be paint.
I love this belt. It's really nice. One of the better ones I've seen of this particular title.
Mm-hmm.
Side plates. It had 4 side plates. Now, some versions of this belt, like for the Florida Heavyweight Championship, had 6 side plates. This one has 4. There's your female snaps. And the paint isn't exactly clean. You can see some black areas right there, but I still like it. I don't plan to re-leather this one. Keep it as is because I can't replicate that paint, I don't think. He did a pretty good job with the backing. music wants you to make love with that belt, don't it?
That's all how you look at it, Mark.
Yeah.
No comment.
I bet Johnny has a comment on that.
Off topic.
Off topic.
Off topic. Yes.
Yeah. Only off
All right.
topic.
So there's your belt of the week.
I am La Ganja.
Catch up with the comments here.
Laganja.
La Ganja.
Laganja.
Yeah, I'm always making friends. I'm sorry, it's just funny. It's just funny. Oh, don't threaten us. Don't threaten
don't
us.
threaten. Come on.
Right.
Yeah, it does. It does. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Save some for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to be high tech here. Belt porn music. There you go. I like that. I like that term. Thank you. I really like the belt. It's a little bit smaller, I think, than the original, but I don't care. The original was small too. And when they
Hola, Jason Cortez.
and when they folded the belt, they folded where you can see all four side plates.
But that
small
belt represented how many different titles? It was was that the tag?
American, Texas, Television, and American Tag Team Champions.
So 4. Wow.
Yeah, 4. There was no Texas Tag Team Championship.
Was Fritz just being cheap, not getting the belts, or
I don't know. I don't know. This was a common design back in the day. You know,
Okay.
they had the Southern Heavyweight Championship in Memphis and in Florida. Had the same belt design. They had the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
They had the U.S. Heavyweight Championship in the Mid Atlantic area.
There's even a Bahamas championship.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah, the Mid South Tag Team Champions had the belt like similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The middle plate was a little bit different for that one, but it was similar design. But the very, very nice little title. I like this.
I think so.
Kind of cute.
I think
I also want to conduct a little bit of business real quick. I have one belt I still have for sale, and I think it's a good buy. It's an imperfect belt. It's got some issues. Let me go full screen. Here we go. This is the Hogan 84. This was done by Mohamed Esser. The plates. He did the plates. Let me turn this slide around. There we go. Is that better? And this
Oh,
is
yeah,
on
it's good.
this is on my leather. It's a lace strap. Typically, I get $350 for a lace strap like this, but this one I'm gonna make a deal for $300. And the reason why is because some of the side plates, I guess the lacquer hadn't dried yet, or it was bad lacquer. That light's too bright, and the plastic they were wrapped in when I opened them up were stuck to the side plates. So it left some wrinkles, look like kind of like scratches. Oh, it's wrong. Oh, this shows it really good. There you go. See it right there between the right here. That is not scratches. That's wrinkles in the lacquer. And somebody told me you can clean those up with acetone and a Q-tip. I don't
Yep.
want to fool with it, but it's also got a scratch on the main plate. And I don't know whether I did that or whether it came like that. I just noticed when I was lacing the belt, so I don't know if it came like that or not. But that's the scratch right there. And it's also got one little dimple right here
Hey, Ashley.
between the banners. So I'm gonna let this one go for $300 shipped.
a great
And
deal.
I'd like to get rid of this. So if you're interested in this at all, I've had a couple of people kind of test the waters, but I'm gonna try to get $300 shipped for this. I think it's a good deal for a $350 belt. I'm not
It
gonna
is.
say- and you can fix some of these issues with the lacquer with the acetone. Is what I was told.
Yeah, it just takes. You just gotta have a lot of patience and a lot of Q-tips.
But I'd like to get rid of this. I need the room,
Mm.
and so hit me up before or after the show. I mean, during or after the show.
Look at that hat with that mask.
Yeah.
He's styling. Check him out. Look good
I
with the
should
hat.
put-
No, you look good with the hat. There you
Should
go.
put my mask up there.
I am La Ganja.
Thank you. Yeah, Florida Southern title and the Florida title. The
Mhm.
Florida title had 6 side plates for some reason. Does it make you want to get somebody pregnant? Yeah, it shouldn't be stacked. I'm not a fan of stacked belts unless the original stacked. Thank you. Well, Jason Cortez, good friend of ours.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason, what's up?
Hey.
Hey.
I don't know what that
Oi.
means, but okay.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
Si, senor.
Ben can hook you up. I got a Texas championship from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ashley, that's my daughter.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ashley.
Hey.
Yeah, I'll see her tomorrow. She's pretty crafty herself.
It was thrown in the trash.
I hate that.
Yeah, they just pitched it. Nobody cared.
They tossed it in the trash.
It was
I
just
hate that.
more so a prop back then. Like, they just
Mm-hmm.
just tossed it in the garbage.
They just
Took
chucked it.
off. Chucked
Wow.
Hate that.
What's
Hey,
up,
Scott.
Scott?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I just misinformed you. That was the Intercontinental title that was thrown in the trash.
It was
I
torn
thought
up. What?
I thought I heard they did that
Yeah.
with Big too.
Well, maybe
heard-
it
I heard
was
the
the
same
big
thing,
green. Okay.
I heard the same
We'll
thing
go
about
with
the
that
big
for
green.
now.
Yeah, in the previews, he really does look like that
Think
father, BA. He does.
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up, but Fritz. But there's a picture I'm going to upload here in a little bit. But guys, go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. Let's talk about some AEW. I'll bring it up. You guys talk about it. Ric Flair appeared on AEW last night.
He was Tony Khan's gift to Sting.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a special belt or something, a trip for him and the wife to Hawaii. I mean, something like that. Here's Ric Flair. I mean, I'm not capping on Rick, but it's not what I expected.
I would have figured a video montage of his career. You know what I mean? Something that was put together from when he started.
But it's like we were discussing earlier before the show. I thought Flair was under contract, a Legends contract with WWE, which I thought meant you couldn't go elsewhere.
But just keep in mind, Triple H is in charge now.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, he is.
that's true. And new ownership, too. They have a say.
Yep.
So maybe they are a little bit more lenient on stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe they grew up a little bit. Ruling that they can't control a wrestler's life, for years.
Yep. Thanks, Scott.
You like my mask?
Mark's got the best mask of all.
I'm dressed as an idiot.
Nah, not an idiot.
No, I'm
you,
dressed as a podcast buddy.
What's on your shirt? What's on your shirt, Mark?
Andrew Anderson.
Okay.
He's wrestler Andrew Anderson. This is one of two shirts I have of his. He's got his face emblazoned on both.
You're Andrew Anderson tonight.
Okay. Well, no, I don't look anything like him. But I have met him a couple of times. He's a real nice guy. Real nice guy. And a terror in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He hangs out sometimes with Kevin Sullivan. He's the Purple Haze for
Oh.
Kevin Sullivan, the new Purple Haze.
Now, there's a wrestler that represents Halloween all the way he used to dress up.
Oh, Kevin Sullivan,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
The Dungeon Master.
That was almost an everyday thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also a
sorry.
bodyguard for Race Fraley at his concerts.
Really?
Andrew Anderson. Andrew Anderson.
But did you guys hear what Christian said during all that?
Yeah,
Mary-
I did, but I forgot what it was. What was it?
He
said?
made some remark about Flair, about, granted, you brought the gold chains and the fancy suit and the dead liver.
Yeah, black liver.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
It's heel at the finest.
yep. This is true. This is true, Antonio.
Definitely.
BA. Go Mecca!
Shut up! I
Yeah,
get
Mark-
you too.
That's right. We forgot. Yep. You should have dressed up as Luna.
Yeah, I should have.
My luchador name is Laganja.
We'll see, John. I'm not taking requests, but thank you.
Hey, Kebby. Drew.
Hello, Drew.
What's up, Drew?
How you doing, Drew? Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, it was Drew. Good evening.
Who would have thought?
Christian
I'll
right
try
now, I think, is the best heel going. His promos are some of the best. I mean,
He's getting the heat. That's what makes makes
is
it
getting-
even better. He's
he is
getting the
getting
heat.
heat. Yes, he is.
Let me down these pictures.
I mean, not as much as MJF, but he's getting there.
Well, the biggest heat getter right now is Dominic. I mean, he gets the.
I still say those boos are piped
I think
in.
some of it is piped in, but he
because
does
they're a
get-
little too loud. How do you get that whole arena to quiet up
Well,
real quick?
here's my thing with it. You can't hear him, and then when the next guy speaks, you can hear him clear as day. I mean,
Yeah.
like they quiet down so quickly. Come on, we're not that dumb, you know.
I mean, the kid is getting good. Don't get me wrong. He's getting
getting
good. He
better.
grew.
He's getting better and better. Mhm.
No,
The ganja.
Yeah, La Ganja. Oh,
what's
Bart,
up, Lord?
update
He's
number one.
Number one.
Does hello count as an update?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything Laverty does, he gets
Yes.
counted. Yes. You're piped in, Gianni.
Ben was barred from the show, but somebody by the name of Ben Machine popped on the show. So
Hey.
The Miller machine.
The
that's
Miller
right,
Machine.
the Miller Machine, the
Yeah.
Ben Miller Machine.
He's filling in for Mr. Ben Walker.
Honor. It's such an honor to have you here, Mr. Miller.
Konnichiwa.
I am middle machine. I drink
I
Budweiser
drink
though.
Budweiser.
Why, sir? Okay, I'm gonna try to upload these pictures. I'm gonna show these
And
pictures.
Coronas.
Coronas.
And free beer.
Free beer.
Free
You
beer's
got
the best
a free
beer.
beer? I got drinker. Drink free beer.
There you go. Yeah.
He's on a roll.
There was a comment made a while ago about Fritz von Erich, and this
Mhm.
movie about the Von Erichs called The Iron Claws coming out in December.
Number
And
22nd.
and somebody mentioned, I think it was on this show in the comments about the belts. There's one
Mhm.
picture shows a partial belt, and I want to show this picture real quick. That is what's that guy's name? I can't think of his name.
Zac
he plays-
Efron. Zac
Zac
Efron.
Efron. Yep.
He plays
Kevin.
Kevin Von Erich,
Mhm.
and I could tell you that is not a world class heavyweight.
I mean,
belt.
look at the side plates. I don't recognize that left side plate that cut like that. I
That
don't.
I
kinda looks like
recognize
the
it.
NWA
I
six
recognize it. I
What is it,
recognize
NWA
it.
six
I'm
man
sorry,
or the
what-
Hogan mystery belt.
That's
Mr.
the
Mini,
NWA
Kanichiwa.
6-man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know
they're
that.
not going to use. They didn't put in a whole lot of money in the props. So they're just going to use whatever they can get.
They
but
could
that
have called
is
you,
not-
Mark.
Huh?
They could have called you. Got some belts from you.
Yeah, they could call me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got them hooked up. But
Yeah.
that is not any world class belt that I remember. None of them. So it'll be really cool to see. It still looks like a good movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
I'm
Oh,
definitely
look-
going to the theaters to see that.
I can't wait to see it. I
Okay, I'm
can't
gonna
wait.
upload another picture while I'm showing this one. That's not a very good picture of what I want to show, but they put a terrible wig on Zac Efron for this part, and this is what that wig reminds me of.
Yeah,
That's
It
what it
looks
looks
like-
like to me.
It looks
Yeah.
like the wig from Kingpin,
Yeah,
Randy Quaid.
Is
Yeah,
Bill
but-
is Bill Bixby showing the Hulk that he's a horseman?
yeah, that's it.
He's doing 4. Yeah.
That'll be next week's meme. That'll be the
Check
Yeah,
out that
we need it for
unibrow,
Christmas.
man.
yeah. But he sat there for hours, like 4 or 5 hours in makeup just to shoot a
Mhm.
scene and then start all over again.
Yep.
And it's been pointed out since then that he wore shoes that were painted green, so when he ran down the street wouldn't hurt his feet. I
Mhm.
noticed those when that show was on. I thought, that's bad.
I didn't.
bad.
I didn't notice it until I saw that comment that you're talking about.
I'm behind on comments, so I don't know what that refers to.
Johnny, you're off topic.
Yeah, and speaking of off topic, I'm not gonna put that picture up you sent me. It has the AEW logo and the TNT logo. I just I don't know what it means, but yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll get that tattooed across my chest.
But I wonder what other belts they'll have. I want to know because they're going to have a Ric Flair in that movie. I want to see what they come up with for the NWA title.
Yeah. Be interesting to see.
Damn toupee. Yep.
He looks like the Dutch boy from the painting company.
Yeah. But that's the first thing I thought of when I saw that wig was the Incredible Hulk's wig.
I mean, Kevin's haircuts were nothing to write home about, but they didn't look like that. You know, I mean,
Yeah. No. He did have bangs at one point in time, but he also had his hair, feathered back. They had
It
feathering
wasn't.
back
It
then.
wasn't as thick as they got it on Zac Efron. It's like you could tell it's a wig. It just, you know.
Okay.
I should hope
Okay.
that's not his real
Right.
hair.
Speaking of odd topic,
Mr. Off Topic.
I'm glad this guy Christopher Ray's brought up this 10 pounds of gold. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I got an update. Yes, I did. I think I got an update from Classic Shields. My plates are done. I'm currently waiting for final pictures. They're supposed to be sent to me this week, and then I'll pay, and then they'll ship them to me.
Ooh,
But I've been thinking about this because I'm going to do the leather on them. I'm going to show you the plates. These are their stock plates, or the stock pictures of their plates. And I've had a tough time getting the leather cut correct. Now on the Premiere, I've got a template I use, and it works out really well, but it's still not exactly accurate. This is the cut I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the problem I'm coming up with when I'm doing this 10 pounds of gold is I'm cutting that strap way too narrow. And when it comes up to the main plate, it's too low. And so I make a big arch over that main plate.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my camera got unplugged. 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Don't know what happened.
uh-huh.
Sorry for the technical difficulties, audience. We'll play
Please
some
stand
music
by.
while we wait. Da 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 da.
Push 1 for applause. Push 2 for.
Let me save your voice, Ben. Anyway, name just
Not that Andrew.
sorry.
There's no
Too
update
soon.
yet.
Sorry.
Too soon.
Sorry. I was ready for something. Come on.
Too
Okay,
soon.
it went back to my stock camera. Let me change my camera here.
And he
I've
was
got a-
quick on the draw.
Not
Yeah.
be.
Okay, I'm back. Okay. So anyway, if you'll notice a curve over that main plate is just very slight. It's not much of a curve at all. That's
Mhm.
because where the side plates are, the strap's wider there. So and also on that belt at the top, where that little hump is in the center of the main plate, is the lacing is halfway behind the plate. Most belts that are done today, the lacing is above the plates. So it's going to depend on where the bolts are on the back of that main plate. If they're down low enough, what I can do is punch the holes before I mount the plate, and then I can when I put the backing on, instead of punching the holes from the top, I can punch from underneath with the X-Acto knife, and then bend that strap back a little bit where I can put the needle in there. Because I want this as accurate as possible. I spent a bunch of money on these plates, so I'm going to try to get them as accurate as possible. So that's how the belt is supposed to look. That's Harley Race holding it, by the way. Get that picture off there. But I like that leather cut.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Mark, have you got pictures of the grommets?
Huh?
Have you seen any pictures of the grommets they're sending with the plates?
No, not yet.
Just curious.
There you go, Chris. And as soon as I get those plates, I'm going to start on the leather immediately. So
Mhm.
I'll put all the other leather jobs on hold till I get those plates done. But went on for 2 years. 2 years ago on October the 7th. So.
Yep.
I knocked the light out. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Who's this guy?
This is a problem. I got one of these USB port things, and they got a push button on it, and I have hit one of the buttons, turned off my camera. That's what happened. I kicked it with my foot. It sits on the ground. Still won't come on.
And Mr. Machine Miller, how many wife you have?
Me have no wife.
No wife.
Me have many girlfriends. No wife.
Many girlfriend, no wife.
I don't have.
He has a harem of women. He's got a harem.
Yeah, don't ask. Don't ask.
Three.
Uh,
There you go.
Oh, I like that mask. That's Kabuki's mask, isn't it?
Great motor. You're close. I'll
Great
give you
motor.
partial credit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Dang, I forgot what I was going to talk about now.
I just got my update on my shirt. It looks good.
The one we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I've got the Figs Inc. version of that belt. I've also got the Premier version of that belt, and also the Fandu version of that belt. Now, I might sell the Fandu when I get my Classic Shields. I don't need 4 Dome Globes.
Sure you do.
I don't.
You're the biggest fan of the Dome Globe, Mark.
Well, I don't mean I need it. Oh, that went out again.
Why not?
Okay.
I think I have another
you want to
bad-
get rid of
bad,
it? I know exactly what you can do with it. I know this guy named Ben who just loves that belt. He would be happy to have another one. He's got one. And if you talk to him, you might have a deal there.
Ben not here.
But here, he be here for an hour.
Ben not here.
Ben's not here. Come on, Ben, open the door. Open the door, man. Cops on me. Ben's not here.
Dave's not here, man.
He sounded just like him too.
Yeah, it's gonna be that kind of show tonight, guys. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We're talking about Halloween, and
Every aspect of it.
but before we get away from the Ric Flair AEW thing, I want to talk about that real quick. He needs not to get in the ring. He needs to stay out of the ring. He's not up for it. His body's not up for it. His body's had a lot of damage from the substance abuse over the years, and if he's going to get involved, my ring light keeps going out. Paid $9 for it. Go figure. So now I got to get the bright one in my face.
And
here.
then he made the comment this week that he could, I can see myself dying in the ring.
No, Rick, we don't need to see that. Rick.
No, Rick,
No, we don't need to see that.
No, we don't want to see you pass away in the ring. We don't see you just enjoy life and just, don't have to get physical about it. Just,
Be in the corner. Interfere.
be in the corner.
Be in the
Why-
interfere.
Why do that when you have woo weed?
Yeah. If you got
Woo drip.
Yeah.
You don't have to live out the movie the rest of it. You just don't have to
Nope.
stay out of the ring, stay in the corner, grab a foot or something from the floor.
Yeah. He's loved by millions, and millions that like to see him around for a little while longer.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I'll tell you what. If I end up selling that Dome Glove, if you're interested, let me know. Not the Classic Shields version, but the other one. Anyway, I was waiting for final pictures to be taken. They're going to send it to me, so we'll see what happens. So we have a Halloween theme tonight, and what I'd like to kind of mix in some stuff, Halloween stuff, with some wrestling stuff and belt stuff. So let's start off with Halloween Havoc. I'll let you guys talk about your favorite Halloween Havocs. I didn't see many of them, so I don't really have a lot of input.
Well, my favorite Halloween Havoc would be Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero. One of my matches that I like from Halloween Havoc. All around, it was a good match.
Probably a very scientific and acrobatic match, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. Ray was decked out in all purple. That was when he was first in WCW, correct, Andy?
I think so.
Was he
Yeah, I
just?
think
He was
it
young,
was.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very young.
I mean, that match was awesome, from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
The pay-per-view itself, the first pay-per-view, was awesome. Didn't they bring out the Kevin Sutherland and his group? They had the Mummy and everything came out
yeah.
also.
Oh, yeah. What was the name of that stupid mummy?
The Yeti.
The Yeti.
Yeah, that was it. The Yeti.
Yeah. Well, if I'm wrong, tell me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Halloween Havoc the first time that Flair and Hogan met in WCW in a match? Wasn't that Halloween Havoc?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Something rings a bell there. No.
Cool. Guy's he's multitasking.
Yes, he is. And of course, now Halloween Havoc is part of NXT.
There you go, Chris. I did watch a match tonight, earlier today, from Halloween Havoc. I don't know which one it was. It was when Lex Luger took on Ric Flair in the steel cage for the WCW Heavyweight Championship.
Okay, that was when Harley was in Lex's corner.
I think so. I think Lex won it. I didn't see the whole match.
yeah.
Just-
Another good match.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just like the whole vibe of the Halloween Havoc pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, Tuesday night NXT Halloween Havoc Night 1, I actually watched the whole thing. And they did a really good show. Shotzi and what's her name? I can't think of her name, the blonde.
Oh yeah.
Was
Killian
there-
Cross's
Carrie
chick.
Cross's wife.
Yeah.
Oh, Scarlet.
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 Yeah, they
What
both did a good job. I
Mhm.
mean, they came out in different costumes, like every so often, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
The band that came out to play the opening was pretty good. And it was just Halloween themed, you know, the whole
Oh,
show
yeah.
from start to finish.
It's supposed to be. I didn't see their pay-per-views, so I never watched pay-per-views, but I remember the build-up was really cool. He's never serious. He's never serious.
All right. Sorry about that.
Okay, Scott Aaron says Flair and Hogan's Halloween Havoc match was their first match. In
Okay.
WCW.
That's what I thought, Scott. Okay.
Yep.
I have a personal favorite because I was there.
Oh,
Ah.
really?
Hollywood Havoc 90 in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
I
So what was
went
your
to
favorite?
that one. My cousin scored tickets for that one.
Nice.
And so we went there. It was like a spur of a moment. Like I got called, say, hey, let's take the train, and we're gonna go to UIC Pavilion, which is in the north side of Chicago. And we went up there and watched that pay-per-view or that event. We were there.
Now, BA said the Steiners versus Nasty Boys in 1990. It was a good match. I'm thinking that's what led to them getting signed by WWF. That was such a good match.
I think
Mhm.
that kind of led to it. That
Yeah.
match
Yep.
was great.
Yeah.
That match was a great match, and like I said, I watched that live.
Mm-hmm.
I was there.
We'll talk about that a little bit. So don't forget
Good
that,
stuff.
guys. We'll talk about Becky losing the NXT title.
Mm-hmm.
Now Brian's being serious. Okay. Now he's
Yeah.
being serious.
Yeah. All-time
That
great
was
match.
that was an awesome match. Both teams.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many Halloween Havocs did they have?
They were doing it every year for what? How many years?
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna look.
I think it was a couple of years until WWE bought them
There
out.
was 12.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
was 12 of them.
Wow.
Okay.
I thought it was a regular thing for them.
Yeah.
That was like their SummerSlam or something like that. Fall Brawl.
But it was so popular every year. It was all the matches. I mean,
Now, does WWE pick that up and carry it on?
And
Yes.
yeah, they did it with NXT.
And actually, they did it 2 nights. They did it this past Tuesday, and they're going to do it on Halloween night for the second night.
Okay.
Yeah. They made it a 2-night
Which is-
affair. On
Which is
Halloween
Tuesday.
night
Which is
affair,
Tuesday.
but-
Yeah,
I'll
Halloween's on
probably
Tuesday.
watch it live too again
Mhm.
if I'm not watching horror movies.
Yeah, we'll talk about some of our favorite horror movies real quick.
Mhm.
What's some of your favorite horror movies?
Oh, goodness.
Past or present?
Me,
Either one of you. Anyway.
one of my all-time favorites would have to be Nightmare on Elm Street, the original one.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Second favorite, of course, Halloween, the original.
Yep.
Friday the 13th, the original, the first
Yep.
one.
Yep. No, that one don't count.
Dawn of the Dead, the original.
Yeah, very good one. Yo, you're going way back. 1960s.
Return of the Living Dead, the original.
I didn't see that when I saw
Um,
Night of the Living Dead, but
Dracula, Frankenstein, The Creature from the Black Lagoon, The Blob. Those are my top favorite, and of course, The Birds.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Birds, yeah. It's
was
funny
scary.
how they can make the stupidest things be scary.
For me, I like the old Vincent Price movies. I got my
He had
list here. The Fall
He
of
had
the
that
House.
voice, didn't he?
Oh, yes. Nobody had a voice like Vincent Price.
Oh, this is a
Bowl,
good one.
House of
Hellraiser.
Blood.
Hellraiser's a good one.
The House of Wax.
Mhm.
Just looking at my list here. The Raven. That's another good one. I mean, there were so many he did that were classics.
Well, I can go on and on, but those
Oh,
are
yeah.
a couple of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm.
Christopher Lee played Dracula. I forgot about that. Yeah, he was a pretty good Dracula. But I didn't realize they made 7 of them. But
Didn't
Child's Play.
Christopher Lee die making one of those?
no,
Last-
he just died recently. In the last few
Bruce
years.
Lee's son?
Great picks, Ricky.
No. Christopher Lee is an old
There you
actor.
go, Jay. Killer
Oh, I'm
Clowns.
sorry.
That's
I was
another
thinking-
one of my
I was thinking-
favorites.
I was thinking of Bruce Lee's son. I'm sorry.
You think of Brandon Lee?
Brandon Lee.
Yeah,
He died.
yeah.
He died while he was making a movie.
Yes.
Yeah. He died making The Crow 2.
Crow 2. That's it. Yep.
Conjure's a
Lost
good one.
Boys. That's another one.
Yeah. Lost Boys. I forgot about
Poltergeist
that.
is a good one.
Poltergeist was a classic.
Poltergeist.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah.
Did you
I never
guys
saw that
notice when you guys were younger, when Poltergeist came out, that the mother and father were smoking weed when the kids
Yeah.
walked in the bedroom?
Yes.
I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Yes.
about the old guy in Poltergeist 2?
Oh, that was
Priest-
creepy.
Priest
He
looking
was-
guy.
Yeah.
He was scary, man. That guy.
Doesn't he look like Joe Biden?
Yes.
Yeah.
He acts like him too.
Let's go,
Um,
Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh wow.
Ben, what's some of your favorites?
Oh,
Ricky, man, you got a good ones,
Halloween,
man.
Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's not a
Those
movie.
type
That's
of
a,
movies.
that's
I
a-
wasn't really deep into that genre, but you know,
Yeah.
I've watched those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've actually got clips from 2 movies I liked when I was. This was from the 70s. Andy and I. Well, Andy didn't see a couple of these, but you saw Night Stalker, didn't you?
I've heard of it. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got a video clip from that one and a movie called The Norliss Tapes. This is what scary movies were like in the early 70s. This is like 1972, 73, something like that. I was probably me and Andy were about 7 years old. No, about 7 years old.
Just
And
pause.
I
these
wasn't
movies
even
come
born.
out on NBC. NBC aired these movies once a year.
Okay.
And this is a scene from the movie The Norliss Tapes with Angie Dickinson. Now, some of you younger guys don't know who Angie Dickinson is. She was quite the hottie back in her day. She played in the series
Hey, my
Police
thumbs
Woman.
up came in my picture.
Huh?
I did thumbs up in a little circle with the thumbs up cam. I don't know how that's happening, but
Oh, okay.
I think
Is
it's
it-
your phone, your iPhone.
Is it like the balloons?
I haven't got the balloons yet. I don't know how I did that.
Okay. So anyway, the movie the
Look at Jason's comment.
it's not, but it's not really good quality video either. Now these movies are both on YouTube. This is where I got these clips from. So let me put these up here. Let me premise this video first. This is from the Norliss Tapes. Angie Dickinson plays the widow of a sculptor who had passed away from a disease, and he had an art studio out in the woods behind their mansion out in the woods, and he had died from some kind of disease and had was into the occult before he died because he wanted to finish his sculpture, and so he got this ring from some kind of a witch doctor or something like that, and it brings him back to life. Here's the opening scene where she discovers he's still alive. This is the art studio. Notice the German Shepherd. It's dark in there. She didn't turn on a light. He's going to come from the back here. There he is. German Shepherd's first. Gotta love that music.
Don't you notice, like, the horror movies from back then? They never believed in turning on a light switch or.
Poor
Yeah.
dog. He just hurled that dog.
It looked like a rag doll.
Yeah, he just hurled.
Yeah, especially when they know there's a killer loose somewhere, and they hear a noise. They have to go explore.
Yeah.
Ted, is that you?
You walk into a house.
Yeah.
You walk into a house and you hear, "Get out." That means you leave.
Yeah. Who said that? I have to go find out who said that. Yeah.
Don't explore it. Just get out.
Yeah, they had silent movies when I was a kid, Gianni. But the music kind of made these movies back then. Back then, they were campy.
The music dictated what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
could tell by the music. Yes.
Here's a good one, guys. A horror movie that scared you guys when you were a kid.
Oh, gee.
Well, that's one of.
Amityville
Mine-
Horror.
That's a good one.
Oh,
That's a
man.
good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I have
I
to
was-
say, Amityville Horror and the original Evil Dead.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't qualify as a movie, but it was a miniseries. It was called Salem's Lot.
I remember
Stephen King wrote the book. That was pretty scary.
that. Mhm.
Now, the second one I'm going to show is a movie similar to the one I just showed, just called The Night Stalker. And you guys might recognize the main characters, Carl Kolchak. He was played by
Mhm.
Darren McGavin, who also played the father in A Christmas Story. Well, this was 1972 or 3, I think, when this movie came out. It was a TV movie, made-for-TV movie. It turned into a series. There's 2 movies and then the series. Now, this is a vampire in Las Vegas. He gets loose, or he's killed several women. He's kidnapped one and has her in his house, and he's using her blood to survive on. She's like his own personal blood bank. And so Carl does some investigating and finds this woman. Well, the vampire comes home from a night of killing. So this is where he confronts the vampire. I'll show you this real quick. That's the woman. Doorknob shaking. Uh-oh. Get in the closet. Get in the closet. Hide.
Oh, fudge.
Yo, fudge.
Is that the boiler?
There's the vampire.
Oh, geez. I just think I soiled myself.
Yeah.
Repealing.
Ah.
We'd like to speak to you about your car insurance.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
We'd like to speak to you about Jesus.
Oh, my God.
yeah. Yeah, I'd have soiled myself immensely.
Yeah, Jaws was a scary one, too.
It was. Now,
Woo.
there's a story
Hearing
about that.
music, that donna, donna, donna. Oh, man, that was scary.
That came out the year I turned 9 or 10, and my parents were going to take me out for my birthday to a movie. We had a twin movie theater at the time. Back then, they only had one movie theater. Didn't have the multiplexes, and we had actually two screens. Well, one side was showing Jaws, the other side was showing Grizzly. They came out at the same time, and I want to see Jaws. I heard so much about it, so they took me to see Jaws. It was 1978, so I was 10 or 11, I guess. No, 75. So we got home, and my birthday cake sitting on the table, and there's a horse's head on the cake. I don't know why, but they put a horse's head on the cake. Come to find out later, if I'd gone to see the movie Grizzly, there's a head, the horse's head, that got knocked off horse at the end of that movie. So I picked the right movie.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Might have traumatized you if you'd have came home with that horse's head
Yeah.
on your cake.
I mean, people were so scared back then that people were afraid to go in their own pool.
Yes, or the bathtubs. The bathtubs.
I mean, back then, that movie was ahead of its time because I mean, we know it was a mechanical shark.
Bruce was his name.
Bruce,
Yeah, Bruce was the shark.
fish are not food. They're friends.
I think it was more that more people believed in conspiracy theories back then.
Yeah.
It was stronger back then.
Oh,
As
what movie
opposed to
kept us
now.
up all night?
People weren't so desensitized as they are now.
Right.
They have to up the game for scary movies. They have to make it blood and gore now.
I would have to say Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead. After
Gianni,
watching
that
that.
doesn't count. That was in a comedy, Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Peter Boyle played Frankenstein, the Young Frankenstein.
Do you guys remember that TV show I think it was it Masterpiece Dinner movie or
Masterpiece
something?
Theater.
Where they used to make fun of the movies? It was the
No,
guy and the two
Mystery
robots.
Mystery
Mystery
Science.
Science Theater, yeah.
3000.
Yeah. That was cool.
Oh yeah, that was
Another movie that came out back in the either early 80s or late 70s was called Phantasm. There's two of those movies.
Yes.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
There's a ball that floated in the air with blades that stuck out and would kill people.
There's a bunch of them, Mark. I think there's like 4 or 5 or 6 of them.
I saw that one. Count Yorga Vampire. I did see that one.
Yep.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys watched the original Evil Dead?
No.
I didn't see that.
Well, they did Evil Dead Rise, which just came out like a year ago or 2. That movie
Yes, I have.
was
Yes, I have, Johnny.
perfect.
Yeah, the horse's head. The Godfather was an actual horse. That was a real horse's head.
Slightly off topic.
Yeah, they got it
Just
from
off
Boo
topic.
Factory.
Off topic.
Drop the gun, take the cannolis.
Sixth Sense wasn't that
Vampire
scary.
of Brooklyn, yep. Vampire in Brooklyn,
Oh,
that was a
how
good
could I
one. Eddie
forget?
Murphy.
One of
Scary
the
movie
great.
that had-
That's
we
a
got
great
in the theater.
movie.
I was looking around the cars as we were going to our car. American Werewolf in London. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, I saw
Yeah.
that one just a few months ago.
Scared the living. Man.
Hey,
Silver
Ben,
Bullet. Silver Bullet was another good one.
that was a good one. I got one for you, Ben. Bones with
Bones,
Snoop Dogg.
With Snoop Dogg, yeah.
Tales from the Hood, that
Tales
was
from
another
the
good
Hood,
one.
Yeah. That movie could be scary.
Yep.
Tales from the Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American Werewolf in London had everything. It scared the hell out of you. It had violence. I mean, everything. It was. Whew.
It was on one of the free streaming channels, and I watched it a couple months ago, and it's gone now.
I just watched Vampire in Brooklyn a couple of days ago.
Yeah, if you guys go on Tubi and Pluto, they have all the horror movies. Like all the old stuff and some of the new stuff.
It's a pretty scary movie.
Mm-hmm.
Scary
The
movies nowadays
original
are
and the remake.
yeah, scary movies nowadays are all blood and gore. I mean, that doesn't scare
Yeah.
me. It's just
That's
disgusting.
Too much to see the gore. I just.
But scary movies back when Andy and I were younger in the 70s were more suspenseful than anything. You had the
Yeah,
vampire.
you didn't know when it was coming. I mean,
Yeah.
boom, they just scare the heck out of you. You
Yeah.
didn't need gore or violence back then.
Did you see the movie, what was it called, The 12th Kind?
I think I've heard of that one.
But it's not knowing what's going on. It's like
Yeah.
it makes it real suspense more than
Yeah.
like gore or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That was another good one. That had Donald
Yeah,
Sutherland in it.
Forgot about
Invasion
that.
of the Body Snatchers. Yep,
That was kind of scary because it's almost believable.
that was on my list.
Mm-hmm.
The very end, where the woman walks up to him thinking he's escaped, he goes, points at her.
Do you
Scary.
remember the original Blob?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Blob.
Johnny
Yeah, I
does
forgot
too.
the Blob. The Thing, the original Thing.
Yep. The
You know who
original
played the-
one was good.
Do you know
Kurt
who played
Russell?
the Thing? No.
Oh, the
original.
one before that. Oh, okay.
The original.
The original.
You know who
Yep.
played that? You know who played the title character in that one?
Who?
Steve McQueen.
Really? Wow.
Who
No.
was it?
James Arness.
Okay.
Really?
Wasn't Steve McQueen in an old horror movie? I thought
No,
that was-
well, not that I know of, but he may have been, but he wasn't in that one. James Arness
Okay.
that played Marshall Dillon, he was in
Marshall
the original
Dillon, yeah.
Thing.
Mhm.
That
Wow.
movie came out when my parents were teenagers. They told me about it.
Didn't know that.
He only made the brief appearance at the end of the movie.
You know what movie we watched a couple weeks ago? The Elvira movie. Remember Elvira?
Oh
She
yeah.
did that movie back in what was it, the late 80s, I think it was?
Now I
The
don't know where,
Mistress of the Dark.
yeah. Now that was kind of a thing they did back in the 70s, early 80s, was they would have like on Saturday nights they have those Friday or Saturday night scary movies, and they always had a scary looking host. And you know,
Yeah.
we had Elvira, which I think she was nationwide, but we had locals here in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma City, we had a guy that dressed up like a vampire. His name was Count Gregor, and he would introduce the movie and come on, after commercials to talk about the movie. And then in Lawton, Oklahoma, not very far from where I live, we had Dr. Digby's Shock Theater, and Dr. Digby was kind of a vampire type character.
We used to have a guy host. It was called the Cool Ghoul.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. See, in Chicago we have Sven Gooley. Sven Gooley.
Sven Gooley. He's still on.
He's still on. Right.
Yo,
This-
Gianni.
Actually, this guy is the host now. He's considered the son of Sven Gooley. It's like
Okay.
the other one, and now they got The guy hosting it.
Yeah, Sven
Oh,
Gulli still's going in
Oh,
Oh,
Steve
Chicago.
Steve McQueen was in the blog.
Blob.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in the blob. Okay. I thought he was. Thought he was in there.
I don't think
Thinner
I've
Hollow
seen that
Man?
one, Ricky.
Spingo.
Hollow Man was good.
Yep, Sven Gulli.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're
Or
talking about every
in
Yeah,
America.
Saturday night,
see,
8 o'clock on
Ricky,
MeTV.
Ricky must be from Chicago,
Children of the Corn,
or
the
maybe
original.
good.
The remakes,
man.
suck.
Hey,
Yeah.
Richard, you'll get this. One of the main characters in Children of the Corn was named Malachi.
That's
That was your
that's another
first
place
one?
where I got the name from. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, Ricky is from Chicago. Cool.
yeah, he told it in his comment because he says Sven Gulli.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's still big and he's still a big celebrity in Chicago area. He's still
Oh yeah,
doing the
he's
show.
legendary.
Yeah,
Just put out a
Damn,
line.
that was a good one.
They just put out a line of his action figures and get at Target. I read.
What was the vampire
Yes, they did.
show that was on? I think it was on PBS. Wasn't it Dark something?
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows. Yes.
That show's
Yes.
from like the 60s or 70s. I don't know.
Mhm.
That was way
They made a soap opera out of that movie.
Yep.
That was actually a daily soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
Keepers Creepers.
Barnabas and the gang.
Barnabas Collins.
I
yeah.
like Frankenstein. Frankenstein, the original.
I never
I do
was
too.
into Frankenstein movies. I just did.
The,
I was
the
into
black and
werewolf.
white was good. Zombieland was good.
The Hitcher. He's thinking of the Hitcher, not Hitchhiker.
The Hitcher. Yeah. The Hitcher.
Who was that guy that played in that movie? He just died recently too.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Rutger Hauer. He played in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was
See-
suspenseful. That was a scary movie.
Do you remember Tales from the Crypt?
Yes,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
the
Mhm.
Crypt Keeper.
And then the Creep Show.
Creep Show. was
Creep
good.
Show. They had 1 and 2.
Mhm.
Those were good.
I can't believe nobody thought of this one before this.
Oh yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. No doubt.
Yeah.
Which one? Which is your favorite out of the remakes?
Did
I
you
always
listen to
liked
it on
the
the
original.
radio, Johnny?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Ricky's brain here. Ricky,
Hannibal Lecter.
extra credit, Ricky. Tell me what channel Sven Gulli used to come on in Chicago.
Bonus points. I always like to get Dracula. The one with
Let's see if you get it.
who's the guy that played Dracula in the early '80s? Frank Langella played Dracula. That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Channel 26, Ben.
I'll give that one to you because he did go on to WCIU, channel 26, but then also he did WFLD, channel 32, which is now Fox in Chicago. I
I'll
think.
tell you what. Jason Cortez mentioned it in the comments earlier. Clowns from Outer Space does not get the credit that is its due. That's a Halloween movie.
The Shining.
I thought it was
yes.
I thought
The Shining.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space was a comedy horror movie.
The Shining.
Yeah, it was comedies, like border between
It's
comedy
kind
and
of dark
horror.
comedy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maximum Overdrive, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember? And I can't. Every time I think about this, I forget it. Tom Selleck was in it. Gene Simmons was in it. It was when the robots and everything was going crazy.
Oh yeah.
And he was the bad guy, Gene Simmons.
The
Yeah.
Reanimator.
No, that's the movie where they put the dude's head in the platter. And they
Oh, okay.
injected the reanimator. I forgot the name of that movie.
There's a lot of people afraid of clowns.
Yeah.
Isn't
I know
Mark
quite a
Laverty
few
and he's scared of
people.
clowns?
Yes.
Yeah. He don't even want to see a picture of it.
That movie was called Runaway, Richard.
The
Runaway,
Runaway. Yep,
yeah.
That's it. That is a good movie.
That's what I
Mhm.
said.
I-
Dracula 1979, Frank Langella. That was
Yep.
now he played like a romantic Dracula. Very romantic. He wasn't the scary one like Christopher Lee or Bela Lugosi. You know, Bela Lugosi was buried with his Dracula cape.
Yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
sure is. Sure was, I should say.
He
Here's
just looked scary.
another one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys heard it. Monster Squad.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
I've heard of it.
That's from the 80s. The Wolfman's got nards. Kick
That's
him in
where
the
that line comes
nards.
from. I was okay. Yeah.
The Wolfman doesn't have nards. Kick him in the
Right.
nards.
I tell you,
Yeah.
there was a movie I saw when I was younger. I just saw recently again for the very first time, called The Dark. And what it was I think an alien werewolf. Somehow
Pumpkinhead. That's a good
ended up in
movie.
Los Angeles, and he had these laser beam eyes. He would kill people with these laser beam eyes.
Blair Witch
And,
Project, the original.
My favorite scene from that movie was there was this guy that they knew there was a killer loose, and this guy was packing a gun and leaving a bar, and this werewolf started following him. So yeah, I'll get this guy. He thought he was just a regular guy, so he turned around to face the guy. And it was that werewolf, and the werewolf grabbed him by the head and turned his head, and he walked forward with his head facing backwards for 3 steps and fell down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leprechaun
Christine
was good.
Christine was good.
Christine was good. Do you notice they haven't remade that one yet? I don't
They
think
don't
they
need to.
will.
They shouldn't. They shouldn't.
Nope. And Leprechaun, they shouldn't have made that.
Paranormal Activity's pretty good. They're pretty.
Every
scary.
single one of those are good because it's the not knowing what's going on. Blair
Glad you
Witch
brought that-
Project.
Oh, okay. I've seen it one time. I won't watch it again. The very end of it, the rest of it was fine, but the very end of it kind of creeped me out. I won't watch it again. I watched it during a thunderstorm. Don't ever watch a scary movie during a thunderstorm.
Oh, that's the best time.
No, no. I
Hey,
wasn't
Ben,
alone either. I wasn't alone.
Remember
either.
this line from the movie? Call me Horace.
Oh yeah.
The Monster Squad.
Yeah.
Christopher Ann says they're talking about remaking Christine. Oh, I hope not.
Do you remember when they said to the teachers, "Look, her head looks like shaped like a cat"? Meow.
We are already at the end of hour number 1, guys. Already at the end of hour number 1. You believe that?
Aha! Aha!
And I forgot to play the video for hour number 1. So let's move on to hour number 2. Let's get so busy.
Andy.
What? For me? Didn't do
Yeah.
anything.
Thriller is not a movie. It's a song video, a music video.
Mr.
Actually, it
Off-Top.
is a music video. It was the first, I believe, the first music video that did the cinema look.
Oh, no.
That was a good. The laugh of that in that song, man. Whew. When I was a kid, that came out.
This is C.J. Smith. He had somebody ran into his truck on his way home from work last week.
Oh
He started
man.
to do. By the way,
That sucks, man.
he bought an NWA TV, which I showed on the picture of last week on the show. It's still in the box, waiting to be shipped. It'll be shipped out tomorrow. So, CJ, if you're still watching, I'm going to drop it off on my morning break tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left the second hour, and somebody he showed me pictures of it. A lot of damage.
Oh wow.
We're glad you weren't hurt.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The truck's gonna be fixed.
Right.
But anyway, so I'm anxious for him to get his into. He bought an NWA TV belt on a black strap with a red backing, and
Nice.
so I'm tickled to it. And that was actually made by Unique Spirit, Unique Championship belts.
Speaking of horror, I did get the guy that played Leatherface in the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Me and my son got pictures with him also.
Nice. So we're at the top of hour number 2, and I want to remind everybody that this show is sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Bitwear Leathering, and you can see some of my leather on my shoulder, which I'll show you close up in a minute. I skipped. Oh, not that yet. We're also sponsored by Unique Championship Belts. Prepare for the poor music. This is the belt of the week last week. I just love this belt. The
Yep,
sock
I
split strap.
I agree.
You know, the original was not originally this color. It was red, but over time, because of alcohol being spilled on it, sweat, just general abuse, it turned color. It turned into what turned out to be oxblood.
Is that ox blood?
It's oxblood. Aha.
Aha.
Anyway, this one's made by my Amadasser. I got a black one too by my own, so I wanted to match set, so this is what I got. But the one that CJ Smith's getting is was made by Unique. It's on a black strap with red backing, and they're very similar in quality and very close in size. But there's a little bit off. One's off from the other, but beautiful, beautiful belts. Nosferatu, that's another good one.
That was
Way
a good one.
before-
Mhm.
good before
Hey
our time.
Ben, I got one for you.
Good.
Do you remember the Halloween with Busta Rhymes in it? Where he breaks
Yes.
out the kung
Oh,
fu
yeah,
on Michael?
I was just watching a clip with that. Somebody posted it in the group.
He was the first one that put it to Michael.
Yeah.
My favorite scene is when they both meet together and he's like, "Hey man, I'm wearing the costume. You're not supposed to be wearing that."
Yeah,
I
that
just watched
somebody
the
just put
Halloween
that
Havoc
clip in
match
the group.
you mentioned earlier. So
Yeah, that's a good match, man. That's one of my favorites.
yeah, CJ's gonna get the WGP belt next. That's what he said.
Nice.
Yeah,
Version 4.
I assume so.
That's
He's-
the best. I love
He's
that.
been talking to me about it.
Yeah, I got the IC I want to get out of that one.
Mhm.
That's
That-
one on my
that-
list.
Version 4 is the greatest belt design of all time.
Of all
Mhm.
time, of any belt in wrestling history, yes.
There's no design with that type of detail.
You know
and
why, Ben? Because that belt is a piece of artwork.
It's art.
It's art.
Somebody put thought into it. The V3, somebody put art into it. The
It's
V2,
art and it's history because they got every little winner's plate on the V4 too. I mean, it's
Right.
just beautiful. I love it.
they
I can't believe you guys are overlooking the V5.
oh
I think I'll pass.
oh man, that's like
Raid.
considered a dome globe
Oh my
a great
God.
looking belt.
Speaking of raid,
Look, it's a dome
Uh-huh.
globe. I mean, Tony Khan.
The aliens came to visit Tony Khan. They said anal probing. He said, "What?"
Oh, let me put my hands up because somebody get ready to fight me for my comments about the dome globe.
You guys keep talking. I got a dog that's whining outside. I'm the only one home, so let me let him out. I'll be right back.
okay.
Jason wants to know which version do you think is the best.
4.
I would have to say 4 also.
My personal favorite, let me say this. 4 is the best. My personal favorite is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one that Brock and Kurt held?
Brock, Kurt, and Shinsuke.
That's right.
Shinsuke unified.
He held it
the
before
3.
Brock, right?
No, Brock had it. Kurt won it from Brock, and then Shinsuke won it from Kurt in that unification. And then that's where the V4 came about because that's basically the unification of 2 and
The
3.
title. Yeah, see, when I get my IC, I want it the same size as the V4 heavyweight.
Yeah, Ben, you're pretty partial to the first one though too, aren't you?
Yes. So yeah, the V1, I like V1, 1, 3, and 4. 2 and 5, no.
No.
5, they tried to make some significance about 5. I just don't like the design. A lot of people don't like the design. It looks weird. It looks like a woman's belt. That's what my personal opinion. You
'Cause
may
it's
not
small.
share that, and it just looks weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's down to 3 and 4 is my favorites. 3 is my personal favorite. 4, I believe, is the best looking one. But you see a lot of components of V3 in V4.
Mm-hmm.
You can see
do.
where they carried it you know, they carried a lot of it over.
See, what they should have did is they should have took, like you said, they should have took 1, 3, and 4 and combined them and make that V5. You know what I mean? A little
What?
bit of every one of those,
Why get rid of V4? The only
right?
problem they had with V4 is V4 was extremely heavy.
Yes.
It is.
Like 22 pounds.
Yeah, and that thing took a beating. It took a beating. Like if you look at it in its later days, the V4 was beat up.
Oh yeah,
It
that
was
thing
beat
was
up
heavy,
pretty
like-
bad.
man.
Just
Right.
like the Dome Globe was.
22 pounds. How Kenny
22
Omega
pounds.
How Kenny
Yep.
Omega run around with that? I'm still trying to figure out.
Well, it was missing some grommets, wasn't it? Just like the Dome Globe.
Oh, that thing was falling apart.
Mhm.
Alls I know is I am so glad I held on to my TNA Wildcat
There you
because
go.
TNA is back.
And Drew, I'm going to touch on what Drew said here. Many people don't realize this. I think Ben knows this, even though it's not his favorite belt. But that belt was originally made in Mexico.
Yep.
Yes.
The Dome,
was.
the
why
original Dome Globe was made in Mexico.
And that's why there's no apostrophe between the D and S and Worlds.
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
didn't know about apostrophe, supposedly the guy who did it.
Yeah, it was made in machine shop in Mexico.
I thought it was a
Mhm.
Mexican jeweler that made that belt.
Gianni,
I thought
next
it was
time
a
warn
machine.
me.
Okay. Jeweler, machine
Uh-oh.
shop. Same.
What-
That's the same thing in Mexico or something.
What'd he send you, Richard?
Okay.
Picture of him at Halloween.
Oh,
Oh no,
was he?
Thunder Rosa.
Oh, Thunder Rosa, yeah. Jeez.
I wouldn't even do that on a bet. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't either. Even if
I
I
have
lost a
no
bet, I would-
control to do that, man. I don't have the controls.
That's one bet I would welch on. Speaking of belts again, if you missed the first
No, the-
hour,
The V5 is already out, Jay. I don't know if the official replica is out yet.
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yes, they have made it.
If you missed the first hour, I have this belt for sale. It's a Hogan 84 on my Amadastra plates and re-leathered by me. Tilted, the light changes. Interesting feature. Anyway, I'm selling this. I normally get $350 for a belt like this, for a laced belt, but this one has a few issues on the plates. For example, right here on this plate right here, you can see where there's some looks like scratches, but they're really not. If I get the there we go. There you go. They're not really scratches. It was the lacquer stuck to the plastic that came wrapped in, and it caused some wrinkles. And then on the main plate, there's a little scratch on the main plate right here. You can see right here. Now I don't know if I did that or it came like that. I only noticed it when I started doing the lacing on it, so I don't know. And there's also a BB size little dimple right here in this plate right between the banners. So I'm letting this one go for $300 shipped. It's a heavy belt, nice big belt. The leather's just beautiful. If I do say so myself, I did the leather on this, and lace straps are really really nice. I love a lace strap. I wish all belts were like that. But $300 shipped. If you're interested, please hit me up. I want to get rid of this belt, find a new home. It's brand new belt with a few issues. So $50 discount on this. So,
You know what movie we didn't mention, guys? I don't know if you guys seen it. I know Ben probably seen it. The Saw
yeah, that's why I just said Chris
franchise.
was made.
No, I haven't seen any of the Saw movies. The gore, the gore was really bad, so I haven't checked them out.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh yeah, the original.
Oh
Yes.
The original. The remake
that-
was really gory.
The guy that played in the original just had that look. They didn't have to put much makeup on him. He just looked creepy. He's been in several movies. So let's talk about some Halloween traditions we had as a kid. Now I know Halloween's changed many times over the last several years. Andy and I are the same age. Andy, I'll let you start off.
Well, just for me, I don't know about traditions, but just going out. When I was a kid, Halloween was 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., 3 hours. I know most places just 2 hours now.
Yeah.
And I remember one time we went out, and it was a cold, cold night. And the one house we went to, we didn't expect it. We go there, get candy, and the guy's got a grill going, hot dogs for us, and hot chocolate to drink, and it was just the best. I'll never forget that. Never forget that.
Did they have costume contests?
In school, we did. You know, we were told to wear the younger we were told to wear our costumes to school, and you know, sometimes they would have awards, sometimes they wouldn't. But it was always neat to, except back, you know, and remember, Mark, the mask we have, the rubber band on it, you could barely breathe.
Definitely. Platinum, that's my Christmas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Christmas and Halloween. Those are our 2 holidays,
that
man.
right here.
This house looks like a murder scene.
Yeah, those masks, rubber band.
What are you
on
talking about?
Yeah,
It's like this
barely
all year
breathe.
long.
Yeah, those masks were terrible.
Oh.
They cut your face because where they cut out the mouth and the nose, they cut your face. And,
Mhm.
The rubber band in the mask slapped you in the face a couple times or hit your
Yeah.
ear.
Yeah,
But you used
Richard,
to be able
how
to
was,
slide
how was
your
your
mask
Halloween?
up and look.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you can flip it up like a visor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard, what were your Halloweens like?
Caramel apples. But they had Halloween parties back then when we were kids. We used to go trick or treating around the neighborhood, and also the mall. The mall was one of the best places to go because all the stores handed out,
Oh wow.
and you always had those vinyl costumes, like the vinyl when you're walking, you hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of like the raincoat material, and then like Ben said, you had the mask. I dressed up as Hulk Hogan one year, Batman, Superman, and as I got older, I got into Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we ever mentioned Nightmare on Elm Street in the first hour, did we?
Yeah,
No.
we did. We
We
did.
did?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the first movie I mentioned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was that? I
Ben,
didn't see that.
Ben grew up in Chicago, right?
Yep.
Okay. What was your Halloween's like?
Well, I mean, I remember in school we used to walk from classroom to classroom. Each grade would go to. You start with the kindergartners because they were the youngest ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we would give the kindergartners candy and stuff like that as you got older, and then we would just walk in our neighborhood, going trick or treating. And the main rule is if they have a light on, then you knock on the door.
Yeah.
If they don't.
If the light was off, you never went there.
Right, you didn't bother them. A
What's
lot
up,
of the older
Tyler?
people
Hello,
would
Tyler.
have nice display out in front of their yard and would scare the. I remember one of them. Somebody went and did the whole display where the casket would pop open and they jump out and scare you.
Oh
My
wow.
little brother almost got hit by a car because he turned into Carl Lewis and started heading the other way. When that guy popped, my brother couldn't have been no more than 6 or 7 years old when that happened, but I still remember that. If you had younger siblings, you had to take them trick or treating when you got older and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically the experience we had growing up there.
I remember back in the day, they used to hand out the full-size candy bars.
Yeah. Yeah. they
Right.
You had the houses, and you knew every year when you went to that house because you knew you were going to get the full-size candy
For
bars.
me, it was always when the police go around in their crew. The police always had the biggest candy bars. The police.
The police would hand out candy.
Yep.
I grew up in a small town. Not this town I live in now. It's about 3,000 people, and back then it was safer to go out. We didn't have all the loonies like we have now, and
Yeah.
but the only thing you had to worry about, and you guys may be able to relate to this, the only thing you had to worry about was having razor blades in your candy.
Yes.
Your parents
Yep,
always had to
you're-
check your candy.
Yeah. Anything that wasn't wrapped, you had to throw out.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. One year, I don't remember how old it was. I was little. We still had a tricycle. I was riding a tricycle then, and my dad. They had a Halloween costume contest downtown, and my dad was very competitive. And he went all out. Had this little red wagon, and my dad took the front handle and the front wheels off of it and bolted it to the back of the tricycle. Made some wooden flames, put around the edge of that triangle with a wood sign, holding up a sign that said "Help," and dressed me up in my overalls and a devil with the horns and everything like that. I had a pitchfork and everything made out of wood.
Mm.
And yeah, it was funny. And I won the contest. So
Cool.
we went
Oh,
to the
wow.
movie theater. They're showing a movie at the movie theater, which I don't remember what it was, but we got to go in there and I got to go up front and collect whatever the prize was. I vaguely remember this, but
Yeah, definitely.
That's great.
we also had a Halloween carnival, which I think they still have in our old gymnasium, where you play games and you win prizes, which is candy. And we also had haunted houses. I think they still have haunted houses now. But back then, they were the big thing.
Yeah, Christopher here puts it. He was Ace Frehley. Christopher, I was Peter Criss one year.
I was a fan.
I was Peter Criss, the drummer.
Right? Platinum.
What was your favorite candy to get? What was your least favorite candy to get?
Reese cups are always my favorite. Love Reese cups.
You
Oh.
can't go wrong with Reese's Pieces.
Mary
Peanut butter
Jane's.
cups.
Those
Mary
little brick-
Jane's.
Those little bricks called Mary Jane's. Oh, I just
Oh, yeah.
toss them and give them to somebody. I hated them. Oh,
Do you guys remember the candy cigarettes?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they still have them, but they call them candy sticks now. They took the
Then they
red-
had the bubble gum ones where you can actually blow through the paper and it blew smoke
Oh, I didn't see that.
I
from
didn't have those.
the powder and the sugar inside of it.
Yeah.
I never had that.
Only
Those
the
were
big
like the
cities
paper
had that,
wrap
Richard.
ones.
We had that. I knew exactly what you were talking about, so
Right?
you started talking about it. Yeah, you blow into it and a puff of smoke would come out.
Yeah, it would look like cigarette smoke.
See
Huh.
see how life has evolved. We used to have cigarette, candy, gum,
Yeah.
and Big League Chew, which technically, if you look at it, should have been it's
Practicing for
saw
dip.
as dip.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it
Christopher
is.
just asking about did I use official Kiss makeup? No. It was just a mixture my mom put together. I think what was supposed to be black, it was mostly brown, and we did what we had back in the 70s. You know.
I got one for you guys. One year, I wanted to dress up as a hobo. So my dad took the cork from a wine, and he burned it. And when it cooled off, he was able to
Mhm.
put it on my
You put the
face, and
soot
it
on
looked
your
like
face.
a 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I know what you're talking about, Christopher. You're good.
My favorite candy was the chocolate candy bars, and there's also something else that's a little bit unique. It was a vanilla kind of square or cube that had little colored candies in it. I can't remember what they call that.
You talk about the
What's that called?
Neapolitan, the little Neapolitan candies?
No, those were the ones I hated.
No,
This
these were
was
white
a vanilla.
chocolate- white
It was a
chocolate
vanilla cube,
I
and it
always
had
thought
color
I
spots in
forgot
it.
the name. Yeah, that was
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Tasted great.
Can't
Yeah.
think the name of it.
I'm
Right.
a Nestle Crunch guy, so
Me too, all the way.
that's what that and whatchamacallit. I
Whatchamacallit,
I
yeah.
probably
Oh,
ate
yeah.
a million whatchamacallits. That was my energy bar when I played baseball as a kid. Because that thing, those whatchamacallit bars will gas you up. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
If you think you eat one of those.
All right,
Sweet tarts
guys.
were big too. Sweet tarts were great.
Sweet Tarts is also good. Here's
Yeah.
one for all you guys. Did you guys ever go TP and egging and shaving cream?
I went.
No,
I
I
went.
used to
do
shaving
that.
cream.
Oh
never did
yeah, I
egging.
remember we got my high school principal one year. We got his house.
We used
Oops,
to put
I just incriminated myself.
eggs and shaving cream in a sock. Whap!
We used to
But
do
the-
mud ball. We used to do mud balls.
You know what though they were doing for a while, like the late '80s, early '90s. I would say mid '90s. They started putting Nair in the socks and
Oh,
hitting people
God.
in the head with it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh man,
they would come up from behind you and hit you.
nice.
No, not nice. You want him looking like a skunk.
I never
I
never went egging because it would damage the paint on cars. But I did go TPing and shave creaming with some friends.
Yeah.
We went egging, but we didn't egg anybody's car.
We didn't egg, but we used to throw mud balls at cars. We were stupid.
We used to have egg fights and shaving cream fights.
We'd run around in costumes and do that stuff. But when we got hungry, we go trick or treat at somebody's door just to get something to eat.
Okay, let me ask you this: did you guys ever change your costumes halfway through and hit the same houses over again?
Me and my friends would do that.
Guilty. Guilty.
We would change up and
Never did
trade
that.
up.
Yep.
Yep.
You get more mileage that way.
Gianni, you can't do that these days. You get shot.
Yeah, seriously.
Our
Yeah.
fire department used to have a haunted house, and they would use that to raise money for equipment. And my dad was a volunteer firefighter at the time, but they let me help out.
Ouch.
And they had this one.
I'm looking at CJ's comment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done that before.
Ouch.
Yeah, out.
Anyway, one feature of this haunted house, they had this little table with a hole cut in the middle of it, and they had this covered dish, and the dish had a rope on the top of it. Somebody's on a platform above there, and people walk in, and this guy would have his head stuck in there, and they raise the dome off the platter, and he'd go, ah! Well, the first guy we got in there was a disabled guy. He was mentally disabled. He's well known around town, but he did kind of look scary. And he would be under that table, and he'd go, ah! And there's some young boys come through there, and when he did that, they popped him right in the face,
Ooh.
blacked his eye.
Wow.
Oh,
So they got this other guy that was in there, said, let me in there. He's a big old dude, he's a friend of mine. So they put him under the table because he was helpless. He was under the table. He couldn't do anything to defend himself. So this other guy, his name's Brad, he stuck his head through there. He barely fit because he's so big. And some girls went through there, and one of them kissed him. So then everybody wanted to get under the table.
I tell you what, I can't get my wife to go to any haunted houses. I want to go to the Halloween place up in Orlando.
Damn, that was all in one Halloween, Gianni?
I tell you.
He left out Thudrosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's proud of that too.
Because she saw it and liked when she saw the picture.
I guess. I'm sure she was flattered. I'd like, give me some
I'm sure it
Thudrosa.
was. Probably scared her at first.
Yeah.
You know.
She
Have you
called you
guys
Rosa Thunder.
Yeah. Have you guys ever seen the videos of those people that go through haunted houses and the camera catches it's mainly women that catches the reactions when somebody
Yeah.
jumps out at them? Those are hilarious. They get to steal
Those-
pictures of them.
Oh, you want to see some funny stuff? You look up on YouTube
Mhm.
on the Ellen Show when she makes her guy go through the haunted houses. And usually
Oh,
you take a movie star with him. It's hilarious.
I think I
yeah.
have seen one of those, yeah.
It is hilarious.
No, thank you, Gianni. I've already seen it. I don't want to live through that again. What other antics went on Halloween?
I may film this stuff in my house and post it on my Facebook so everybody can see how crazy I am for Halloween.
Oh yeah. There's a house down the street from where I lived growing up, and the house was kind of unique. It was kind of built down at the bottom of a hill, and they had a bridge that went from the street to the front porch because the front yard just sloped so bad they had a bridge. And the couple lived there. The woman made Halloween just very enjoyable. She was really into it. She would open the door real quietly or slowly. You could hear it creak open. She'd always talk like, "Welcome to my house." And my sister and I was used to this. We went with a friend one time. He had never been there before. So we knew what to expect. So we ring the doorbell, and the door opens real slow, and there's nobody there. And she jumps out and goes, like that. And I heard this, and I looked behind me, and my friend had run back to the street across that bridge. Just scared the hell out of me.
I'll tell you a story, man. Me and my ex-brother-in-law, we were, I'm obviously into Halloween. Well, we had a strobe light facing the door. So when you walk up, you can't determine how close you are to the door. So he's looking out the window, and I'm hiding in this grave with this cardboard on top of me.
Mm-hmm. I want to comment on it when you get done telling your story.
So here comes this kid, teenage kid, and I'm watching him walk up to the door. All of a sudden you hear, "Oh, my nose!" We felt so bad. We're like, take three big handfuls of candy.
Oh man!
And then this one kid, I grabbed his leg, and his mother was with him, and she was with her brother and her sister and his uncle, and they all ran. I kid you not. By the end of the night, we had 5 bags of candy left on the floor because people took off.
I was going to comment on this comment. When I first saw that, I was going to dress as a stripper. My first thought was, which part of the act, the beginning or the end? Because I was going to say, if it's at the end of the act, you can't go out in public like that. That's illegal.
The only way you could pull that off is shave your legs, shave your beard. If you're gonna do it, you might as well, get into it.
The only way you can pull that off is to pull it off.
Right?
Yeah. Oh.
And no pics, no proof. Make sure you take pics.
Who's McCamey Manor?
Is that a movie, Nor? Is that a new movie or TV show, Nor?
It sounds like a movie.
It does sound like a movie.
Yeah,
I thought it was a wrestler there first.
Hmm.
Nor's been a little quiet tonight.
He's probably in the hot tub.
Oh yeah. Hot tub. Speaking of strippers,
Probably what it is.
Too hot.
Yeah.
Gonna make you sweat. Wow.
I was always paranoid of getting in hot tubs because I was afraid I was going to see some kind of native walk up and start to cut up vegetables throwing hot tub.
Oh yeah, you live in Oklahoma, you might.
Yeah.
McCamey Manor is an American haunted house attraction in which survival horror style events are enacted. It's considered the pioneer of extreme.
Oh, I just thought of another movie, Ben. The Green Inferno. Did you ever see that movie?
I've never heard of it.
It's a cannibal movie.
Oh my!
It's a horrible movie, but it's cannibal.
No, I don't think I have.
It takes place
wow.
in the
Customer got tortured.
That's scary.
Oh wow!
takes place out in the jungles. And the people that are out there, they wind up being cannibals.
But I was crazy enough to watch Faces of Death, so.
Oh yeah. That's kind of like a porn collection. You had to really search to find that.
They do that trunk or treat over here too.
I doubt you can find it.
Yeah. Ricky brings up a good point. We have that in our community. We have trunk or treats. Churches do them. If the weather cooperates, all the churches get together and they do it around the courthouse square. They just back their cars up in the parking spaces and sit on the back of the tailgates or trunks, which I think is a great idea. It's a safe way to do it. Unfortunately, in this day.
Yep.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I do too. It's a good way, safe way to do it. It's just unfortunate that with society is that you have to do that.
What they do over by my mother-in-law's is there's a whole cul-de-sac. They're all neighbors and they know everybody. What they do is they set up those 6-foot tables and they all sit on one driveway at the end of the street and they hand out candy. They give drinks to the adults and stuff like that. Hey, Andrea.
Yeah. Well, Andrea.
Stuff like that is cool. But you don't see Halloween parties anymore.
I can remember another neat
thing.
No,
you don't. You really don't.
I was taking my oldest around for one of her first Halloweens. It was a warm Halloween night. And get to this one house. Guy gives my daughter candy and he goes, "You look thirsty." He gives me a nice cold can of Coke. It's like, "Oh, thank you." It was just hit the spot.
Yeah.
Now, was it classic Coke or was it original Coke?
It was original Coke.
All right.
Yes. Yep.
The original Coke or the original Coke?
The good stuff.
Yeah. Let's go back to wrestling for a minute. Wrestling. Somebody mentioned earlier in the show about Becky Lynch losing the NXT title. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Was that the right thing to do?
Yeah, because it's the next girl is that's the one they're going to push.
Well, you know what? Becky got all the belts. She held each belt.
Yeah, she had them all.
That was her goal.
Let's be done with it.
And I don't think she wanted to keep it for that long anyway. She just wanted to win it.
Yeah. And Becky, I think, really knows about passing the torch.
Yes.
You know?
Well, that match was done in class, too, at the end.
It was.
Like I said.
It was a good match. It was a good match.
Well, I mean, that new champion, she got the rub off of Becky, too. So
yeah. And who else would another girl wrestler or lady wrestler want to have the rub from but Becky Lynch, the man? I mean,
right.
You know?
Yep.
You know, that can help, you know, that next generation of superstars that's going to come along.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's going to be the next Becky Lynch. You know, the
This
new
will be interesting.
superstar of the new era. Yep.
Mhm.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, I'm
to
looking
watch.
forward
Jade
to seeing
Cargill
Jade,
versus
seeing Jade versus Becky. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
or Charlotte.
That, and I'm very interested in Jade with Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlotte catches a lot of crap, but she is one of the best female wrestlers there is, plain and simple.
But
Yeah, she's a natural born athlete.
she
Yes.
was a star in AEW, but I'm calling it. She's going to be the star of the new era for WWE, Jade
Mhm.
Cargill.
She, needs
She
to
can
be.
do it all.
Needs some fresh,
She's got the
needs
look.
some fresh
She's
talent
got-
there.
She's good on the mic and she's good in the ring. And just
And I
imagine-
still say if they don't give her a full singles career, they got to tag her up with Bianca Belair.
I mean, she's got everything, but once she has additional WWE polish to her,
Mhm.
oh my goodness, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yep.
I read something about the Endeavor trying to sell off assets or cut funds, cut expenses. You
Mm.
guys heard that?
Wow.
No, but what
Yeah,
would they? I
because
mean, they
apparently the
probably
stock
gonna
isn't
release.
performing as well as they thought. Well, apparently the stock
Ah.
isn't performing as well as they thought after the merger. So
Which I don't understand. Why
Well,
would
they-
they
what, they
think that?
gotta be
Because
thrilled.
you made a big purchase. You
Yeah.
gotta let it rebuild itself.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
But you know, I guess
And
they
they
were
have to
looking
be the other
for
getting
instant
it started.
results.
Yeah. Because Saudi,
I mean,
they're
what
getting
better
paid
way
go
to build
Saudi
it?
what they- WrestleMania.
Yeah. What better way to build it by having Triple H take over creative?
hmm
Mm-hmm.
He's
And
got
his
to
mentality.
gradually.
They put
he's got to
they put Triple
gradually
H back in.
right. He's got to gradually knock off that junk that Vince has left and make it his total company
Yep.
without Vince interfering with him. Because
Or
Let's-
step in
let's
and ruin
face
what
it.
he's got going.
right, let's face it, Vince wasn't going to leave that position until he died.
Mhm.
He wanted to die in that position. He didn't want to just retire and sit back and just let the company progress with Triple H in charge.
Yep.
He wanted his hands still on it. Well, now they've taken that away from him.
Yep.
Why? Because he was foolish enough to sell the company in the first place.
Yeah.
So he did his own.
he was the Jerry
undoing.
Jones of wrestling. He was the very Jerry Jones of wrestling.
Mhm.
Well, he thought he would sell the company and still run it.
Right.
But they pumped the brakes on that real quick.
Right.
Thank goodness.
Um,
Thank goodness.
And they might have promised him they would let him run the company, but once they buy it, it's theirs to do whatever they want to with.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell you,
Yep.
oh, we was just pulling your leg just to get the company, and now you sold it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know.
Well, they know what they bought, so that's what they said. They got the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
He
Walt
kind of
Disney.
looks like him a
He
little bit.
was Walt Disney for the
Yeah,
last
he does,
35,
yeah.
40
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, he was. Mhm.
He was Walt Disney. He was the guy took a territory and built it larger than anything else in professional wrestling, sports entertainment. He did that. Let's give him credit for
He
that.
killed. He killed all of the territories.
He killed
Single-handedly,
everything
yes.
in his path. He killed AWA. He helped downfall World Class. He
Mhm.
destroyed the NWA. He
Mhm.
destroyed WCW. He destroyed ECW. And then grabbed them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Took
For
control
dollars
of those entities.
Yeah, before he
And
bought
built his
WCW,
library off of that.
I think he paid
The-
$7 million for WCW. That's crazy.
No, he didn't pay $7 million for WCW.
I thought that's what he paid. Only 7.
No, it was a lot
Less than
cheaper
that?
than that.
I thought it was 7.
He bought the library for like $1 million.
Oh wow, jeez.
Yeah, he stole WCW.
Oh, he
Yeah,
stole it big time. Yes, he did.
Oh yeah, he stole WCW because Eric Bischoff even mentioned it. Remember, Eric Bischoff was trying to buy WCW.
Yeah,
He
he was all set
mentioned
to have his WCW up and running, and then Vince snuck in and took it away.
Yeah,
Well,
Yep.
Eric Bischoff was in control of WCW. That wasn't going to go anywhere, even if he bought the company.
I mean, it might have had another 2 or 3 years in life, maybe.
Max.
From if he would have purchased it. And the big thing is, whoever's running TNT and TBS did not want wrestling on TV anymore. That's
they
why
didn't
he
care
didn't buy it.
about wrestling at all. They just wanted to get rid of it. That's why I sold it so cheap.
Right.
They
sold it
dump
dirt cheap to Vince.
Yeah.
He crushed everything in his path.
Yeah.
And then AEW comes along, and AEW and Impact, and this another thing to credit Impact. Impact survived. TNA Impact, whatever you want to call it.
The
You
name
think about
change
it.
and everything, it still survived.
TNA
Yep.
lasted longer than WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did.
Think about that. They still going. They
Yep.
lasted longer than
They're still
WCW and ECW combined.
Mm-hmm.
They stayed out of his path. They didn't go running it. Well, they tried to, but then when they discovered that that was something that can knock you totally out, they want their own direction.
Speaking of that, I'll be right back.
And that's why I like to give Impact some credit. I like the designs of their titles, but
I do too.
people over time, there's times that company was not ran stable. But let's give Jeff Jarrett his credit. Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Jarrett put that together, and they did a good job putting that company together. Why? They had experience running, Memphis territory. But yeah, it's just WWE ran rampant for the last 30 years, and it was Vince. 40 years, it was Vince.
He was Walt Disney and P.T. Barnum combined.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
definitely.
Richard's got something he wants to show off here.
Well, this is a heavy belt.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
This is the original TNA Wildcat. Oh man, this thing is heavy.
It's almost as heavy as the IWGP V4.
Yes.
And I actually loved that belt till I had to re-leather one. I don't even like it anymore.
And then check out the back.
Every time I get one from somebody, it's too small. It's too small. They make that main plate.
Is that velvet?
They make it disproportionate to the side plates.
Yeah.
So I gave up trying to go through a maker to get it made.
Oh man, you need a Wildcat.
Richard, do you know who made that one?
Who made that?
This is the plates are Wildcat, and the leather is Michael Todd Anthony.
Very nice.
Okay. So that's an actual replica then.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
I got this.
Nice.
I wanted this belt for so long, and a deal came up, and I said I gotta have it. I actually restoned it myself.
Richard, do you have the TNA Legends belt?
No, that's on my list.
That's a sweet one too.
That's
that's on my
another belt.
list.
Hard to get a good. It's hard to get a maker to make a good copy.
Yeah.
A lot of
I've seen some.
on that.
Yeah. I've seen some, but I've seen a lot that was subpar.
This belt, you want the original.
Yeah.
I've re-leathered two
You
of
want
those.
the original.
I re-leathered two
Of the
of them. They're
Legends
huge.
part? Oh
No, what he's got there.
belt?
What he's got there.
That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
this is a beast.
I
How
didn't
would you
realize
say
how
that
big it
was-
was till somebody shipped me one.
How much
That's
would you
what
say?
she said. Huh?
How much would you say that weighs? About 10 pounds?
I want to say about 15.
Wow.
At least 15 pounds.
Sweet.
And it has the short end, just like the TV version had. And it has the velvet background. The black velvet.
Nice job on that strap.
Just like Bobby Lashley had when he held it.
Black velvet in that strong Southern style, just like the song.
Yes.
Great
This
song,
thing is
Mark.
a beast,
I
man.
love that song.
It is. It is.
Can you name the singer, Mark?
Huh? No, I don't. I used to know.
The girl
but I
who
forgot.
sang that?
I used
What's
to
her
know.
name? What's her name?
Alana Miles.
Yeah, yeah. Weren't there two singers for that song? Somebody else did a cover of that, didn't she?
What was that her nickname, or was she just with a lot of guys?
I think her real name was that was her real name. Oh, jeez.
Let's go off the rails tonight, isn't it?
We're on the second hour anyway.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
are. We're in the
Yeah,
last
Lana
15
Mine.
minutes, by the way. I'm gonna show off the belt of the week one more time. I normally don't do this a second time, but we're running
Wow.
on
We're at 15
content.
minutes.
So 15
Where does the
minutes
time
left.
go?
15
Right.
minutes. 15 minutes. They used to do that for wrestling. It'd tell you how much time you had left.
Mhm.
So this is the WCCW, the original WCCW.
I like that.
Actually, I think they had the cast belt before this one came along. But this is the one they used. Fritz von Erich had two of these, is what I understand. And they represented several different titles in WCCW until he actually forked out the money for separate titles. This served as their American Heavyweight Champion, their American Tag Team Champions, the Texas Heavyweight Championship, and on their Fort Worth promotion, they had two television programs, one in Dallas, which is one you saw in the Sportatorium, and the Fort Worth from Will Rogers Coliseum. This was their television champion. You never saw this on the World Class TV show. But I love these plates. It's similar design to the Florida Heavyweight Championship, the Florida and Memphis Southern Heavyweight Championships. There's a Bahamas Heavyweight Champion that's similar to this, and the Mid-South tags were similar to this also. I don't know what style this is called, but it's really nice. It was a very common design for its time. This one had the red stripe. The original had the red stripe. At some point, they re-leathered it, and they got rid of the red stripe. If I re-leathered it, I would leave that off. But
Who made
this-
that, Mark?
This was made by Dream Championship Belts, Tanvir Kershid.
Tanvir. Yeah, nice. Beautiful.
And
He did that
most
red
of the
line
makers that make
well.
these, they don't get the leather cut right. This one's perfect. The way it's done right now, it's perfect, in my
And
opinion.
a lot of them don't do when the ones that have stripes.
Have a
they
good
don't do
night,
the stuff-
Ricky.
Yeah, good night, Ricky.
That
Thanks for watching.
That red stripe he did really nice on there.
He did. There are some spots, like right here. You can see some black paint
Mhm.
got on there. I
But
think
you
this
can live with
trap
that.
is painted. I don't think it's dyed. I think it's painted.
Okay.
I can see the tape marks where they put tape on there to separate the red from the black. That's the only way you could do that. Dye soaks in the leather, so it would the lines wouldn't be so crisp. So this has to be painted. I would guess.
It looks like
The only-
it. Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about the strap, it's not that big a deal, is on the ends they're not rounded. See, the tips aren't rounded; they're squared.
So the original
If I
had
was-
rounded edge.
I think so. I would re-leather it with a rounded tip. It's not that big a deal. The original might have been like that. I don't know. But Gino Hernandez held this belt. Kevin and David had this belt. But there were two of them. They served 4 or 5 different championships. But it was all had the same artwork on it. World Class Heavyweight Champion. So now some makers don't do the side plates right. This one's accurate. This one's accurate. It has the globe on the inner side plates, and then you have the wrestlers on the outer side plates. This is the most accurate version of this belt I've seen. It might be slightly small, but it's not that big a deal.
Did David
It's
have
really
that
nice.
belt?
Huh?
Did David have that belt?
He was the Texas Heavyweight Champion. They had this belt for that as well. Yeah.
Okay. That's what I
When
thought.
he had a cast version of the Texas belt before this one came out,
Mhm.
but then they started using this one for all the titles. And they were going to back and hey, it's your turn. You go out there, champ. So they give him the belt. They come out with the same belt. But yeah, they had the Super D's held these as tag team champions. Kerry Von Erich and Bruiser Brody won these from the Freebirds when they were American Tag Team Champions, and so it's a lot of history with these belts. And I don't know where the originals are at, but it's a really nice design. I always wanted a belt like that.
Mhm.
So
Nice belt.
thank you. And I'm waiting on word about my Classic Shields plates. I was told they were done last week. I was waiting for one of the other guys to come this week to take final pictures to send to me, and then I was going to pay them. They're going to ship them out so they get them paid. So, good night, Platinum.
All
Thanks
right.
for joining
Thanks
us.
for
Platinum.
joining us. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Yep.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that.
I'm cleaning it as we're on the air.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Ammonia free.
That's that C4
Yep.
Chrome Rhine that everybody's buying up. There's a lot of people getting those. Carmine Sabia got one the other day. He did a live unboxing. I saw a
Kudos
couple
to
of
the
people
guys.
post-
Yeah,
That's a lot of
But,
money.
that's just too much for me.
Yeah. It's,
I'm happy
It's
My
Let me
shop
put that.
line.
Let me put you on full screen. Show that off. Show that off.
Okay, sure. I'm glad to. I love this. All the letters
nice.
same size and
And those are $5.50 on the shop, right?
Yeah,
let's
if
see.
you didn't catch the sale
Yeah.
today, yeah.
Yeah, they had a
Okay.
sale today where you could get it for $349.
Oh, okay. I wish I jumped on that.
I think isn't it still going on, Ben, or did it end?
No. It was a short sale.
Okay.
I'll catch you next week.
It'll happen again during the holidays.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you got Black Friday still coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I got to sell
love it.
mine. So. Very nice.
Very nice.
The
Very
correct
Thank
nice.
you.
lettering and
I think if I bought a C4, my wife would have me neutered.
That's a nice.
Oh, I would get worse.
Ben's
than
got
that.
his. Ben's got his too.
Show it off, Ben.
So, Andy just got the nice nameplate with his. So,
Mm-hmm.
same belt.
You get that from
Where'd
you get that from
Where'd
Figs.
you get the nameplate?
Figs, the Figs store.
Oh, okay. Wrestling
Yep.
Superstore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nice.
I think it was like
Cool.
25 or 30. And they got it done real quick.
Hmm.
Yes, Gianni, you're getting your belts.
Yeah, Chris, not everybody's a fan of the big gold, but it is iconic.
I still remember the first time Ric Flair came. It was in Cincinnati. Ric Flair comes out, the ring opens that robe, and there it is, big gold, and it's just
Yeah.
there it
I
is,
did-
right?
I didn't like it at first. I thought it was too big. I didn't
I
like the AWA inmate, but it grew on
And it
me
just really grew on me over the years.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
because the
legendary
Dome
title.
Globe was not. Well, the Dome Globe wasn't coming back, so you had to love it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I sent a message to Classic Shields, waiting to see if I get those final pictures. Those plates are 2 years plus in the making. They were 2 years ago on the 7th. So
You're being buffed.
yeah, being polished.
They're in polishing, Mark.
They were done. He said last week. He sent me some pictures. They were done.
I mean, that's what they always say. Oh, it's in polishing. How
Yeah.
many months does polishing take? I mean,
So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those and put some leather on them. I'm going to pick up some leather this weekend, and I'm going to start on a couple of tag team belts for the BCW promotion. I'll show those off when I get them done.
those
They're
are
going to be
awesome.
beautiful. They're going to be beautiful.
Beautiful.
You guys have seen them.
Beautiful. Wait till everybody sees.
I would show them tonight, but
Unreal.
I'd rather wait till I get them done. But Tommy has shown them off on his post, so it's no big secret. But
They're gonna.
I want to show them off when they're done on
That's
the
gorgeous.
leather because it's going to have blue backing.
Yep.
And Ben echoes that.
That echoes that emotion right there. Yes.
Hey, it's
echo
a
that. I
classic
echo that.
belt. You know, whether you like it or not, it's a classic belt. It's part of
Yeah.
history.
It's got history to it. Definitely.
It does.
It does.
A lot of
Mhm.
history. A lot of great champions held that. Happy birthday to your niece. My son's
Happy
turning.
birthday.
My son's turning 17 tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
17. I remember those
17.
years. Oh yeah.
The big 1-7.
Yes.
I graduated high school at 17.
Yep,
Look at
me
you.
too.
In fact, as a matter of fact, I
I
started
joined it.
college at 17.
I joined the army.
Look
at
at you.
17.
Yeah, I started
How old were
college
you
and
when-
turned 18.
But Mark, how old were you when you performed in front of the making steaks behind you? How old were you then?
Oh, I was in my
20s, right?
I was either 29 or 30.
Okay.
I was 29
We
or
gotta
30.
Who
show
let the
video.
dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Ashley was
classy.
just born when Ashley was just born when I did that show.
Mark's performing. He's like looking around. They're flinging these hot steaks. It's crazy.
I don't know if I had that video on my laptop or not. I'll
that's
show
Andy
that.
Andy always does that to Mark.
I love that video. Great. I love it.
Andy
Mark's like-
has his fetish for singers that have steaks cooked behind them.
Mhm.
Because you can see the
Because nobody
smoke
knows
coming
the
out from behind you.
I mean, he's trying to play
Yeah.
a good song. He's relaxing, and then they're hurling the
I don't have
steaks
the
around.
video on my laptop, but I'll
He
I'll have
was
to
on
upload
fire.
sometime.
He was
Mark
on
had
fire.
his Garth Brooks going on, and they were filleting steaks in the background.
He
Well,
had
it's funny.
steaks and low
They were
plate
flaming up
behind
behind me, and I didn't know that. I was singing, and I kept feeling this heat hit me in the back. What the heck's going on back here?
Mark's like, I'm on
What's going
fire
on? I'm trying
tonight.
to sing here.
Yeah.
I'm on fire tonight. I got the crowd hot.
They had steaks in strange places.
How'd you do last night? Oh, I was hot.
Matter of fact, I was sizzling hot.
If
I was
any of
burning
you,
up the joint.
well, for those of you watching who may not know what we're talking about, there's a steakhouse in Amarillo, Texas, that's very famous for having a 72-ounce steak you can have for free if you eat it within an hour. And it was on Route 66 originally. It's called the Big Texan, and they used to have an Opry show there. I don't know how long it was there, but I was singing at our county fair, and one of their talent directors came here and saw me and a couple other people performing. He said, "Hey, we'd like to have a showcase your area of Oklahoma. Would you like to come?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So we went up there and sang on the same stage where they eat the steak. And that stage is right in front of the kitchen, and they cook the steaks where everybody that's eating can see the steak getting eaten, and the flames pop up every so often. So
Mark's act was medium well that night. It was
yeah. You sure wasn't well done? I got off the stage and everybody applauded. Said, "Well done, well done." So yeah, that back behind me, yeah. So I'll have to find that video. I'll show it sometime. I'll show a little clip of it, but it was funny.
it was classic.
I used to sing a lot. I used to do a lot of talent contests and do the county fair and some other talent contests around here. Enjoyed that, but I got burned out doing that. I actually recorded the CD, and I get burned out from doing that, and so just don't do as much. I sing at church once in a great while, but not very often. But
the important thing is you had fun doing it.
See, Mark
Yeah.
had steaks cooked behind him. When I sing, I have dogs barking.
yeah.
I have cats meowing, but everybody can hear.
Yeah. We actually have 4 minutes left, but
I
that
sing
was a
in the
good time.
shower. The wife leaves the room.
No, we were singing up there, and when we left, the next time we went there just to eat, they had a plaque on the wall with everybody who's performed there. My name was on the wall there, and the last couple times I went, I couldn't find it. They moved it, but I hadn't found it yet since they moved it. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Yeah. Who's this?
What's up, Juan? Juan Rivera. I
that
don't know
Juan
who
Rivera?
that is.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that is. Yeah, Juan Rivera.
That
Yo.
Juan Rivera? Okay.
Hey, Juan.
So one.
Well done was a great tag team. I didn't know that. You're absolutely right. That's one thing I can agree with you on, Gianni.
But you should hear Gianni sing.
No.
No, I'll pass. That's a hard pass. Off topic.
People call 911 when they hear him sing. They think somebody's dying.
This is true.
Hello, Facebook user. F you.
F you. What's up, F you?
F you.
That's Juan also.
That's
Hey,
one.
Juan.
Okay. Juan Rivera makes great paper belts, cardboard belts. Does a great
Oh, wow.
job with those things. You ever seen them?
Oh, yeah.
Richard's seen them.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
does
if he
good
still
work.
makes them or not, but does great work. Yeah.
Hmm.
So if you want
Does
paper
good
belt, I don't know
work.
if he's yeah. He also does promos with us.
Oh, yeah.
But he's from Puerto Rico. He's Puerto Rican, and we used to joke with him every so often. He'd irritate us and say, "If you keep this up, we're going to have you deported." He said, "You can't deport me. I'm Puerto Rican." That's always a running joke. I always enjoy that joke.
He actually is the king of the dark match.
Yep, harsh but true.
Gianni sings, they call 911. Somebody's down. Somebody's down.
Yeah. Better bring back up. Better bring back up.
I'd rather hear an air raid siren than hear Gianni sing.
Well, on that note, I think we'll end the show a minute early. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed our Halloween special, although it wasn't very special. Yeah, well, I won't be in there, so I've seen your heart out.
We still made it special.
Thank
Yeah.
you for the warning, Gianni.
Yeah, thank you for the warning. So thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next week. It'll be November. See you next month then.
Can you believe it?
Yeah,
Wow.
this year has gone by fast.
Too fast.
Oh, why? So join us again next week. We'll hopefully have another good show for you and another belt of the week. So until then, I hope you have a new belt day, and have a great weekend, everybody. On behalf of Richard, Ben, and Andy, good night, and we'll see you next week.
Have a safe Halloween, everybody.
See
Just have a
everybody.
safe Halloween,
Leave
please.
it better than
Please.
you found it.
Exactly.